Some of the most gut-wrenching and heartwarming scenes that we've witnessed from the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey have been the dozens and dozens of rescues.
Yeah, KVUE's Jenny Lee spoke to one of the many pilots who spent hours flying a Black Hawk helicopter for the Texas Army National Guard, conducting what he calls missions of the heart.
So UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter, I'll kind of walk out here.
Chief Warrant Officer John Thresher
See, it's Red Cross on the side.
Shows us the aircraft he flies for search and rescue missions. This rescue hoist that's mounted on the outside is what makes this utility helicopter different from others.
To hover over a confined area and lower a rescue swimmer or a medic down to effect a rescue on someone who needs to get out of a flooding house or needs to get out of a flooded car or a swept away car in a low water crossing.
Thresher is part of the 36th Combat Aviation Brigade of the Texas Army National Guard. He was called up August 25th, activated 3 days later along with the entire National Guard. Thresher says he flew his aircraft and followed Harvey as it ravaged city.
We went to Corpus first.
After city.
There was word of Rockport and Victoria being hit really hard.
After city.
Followed that into Houston as the flood escalated.
Thresher's unit alone saving hundreds of lives. One that only happened because his crew chief saw a boat in distress.
All of a sudden, their motor quit, and he saw them sweep up underneath an overpass and then eventually collide into a tree with their boat and basically destroying and sinking their boat. Both of the Florida game wardens were clinging to trees, one up to his neck in very fast-moving water. And if our crew hadn't been, that's a miracle in my mind. If our crew hadn't have seen that and been there, those guys wouldn't have made it.
But those rescues weren't easy.
It is almost like a pressure cooker of experience. The 30 hours of flight time in these kinds of conditions with 500-foot ceilings and 1 mile of visibility, and sometimes less in driving rain, having to operate in 30, 35 knot winds, trying to hover an aircraft at 100, 150 feet while we lower a rescue swimmer to a pinpoint, a 3 foot by 3 foot block to somebody's front porch to get them and bring them out. It's extraordinarily difficult.
What's even more extraordinary to Thresher is that rescuers came from all over the country. Those Florida game wardens he helped rescue, for example. Thresher says while we are Texans, he'll remember the thousands of first responders and civilians working together, helping those in need. Jenny Lee, KVUE News.